and welcome to this win and in game from the UK Thrones War with me, Rebecca Walker, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi.
Hi. And as you can see, there is nothing moving on the screen, and the game is already set up. I'm not entirely sure how we've managed it, but we've lost the first about 10 minutes of the game. However, it's a pretty good game, so we decided to salvage the rest of it and just go from where they are. So they are currently on the first plot and they're in the challenges phase. Graeme on the left playing Stark Fealty has done an intrigue challenge with the Sept, which he won, discarding a card from Joe Harrison, who is playing Lanni HRD. So he's not doing any more challenges, and it will be on to Joe now for his challenges. For the plots, Graeme played Winter Reserves and Joe has played At the Gates. And we can see on the board, Graeme has an Arrow with a dupe, a Scepter, a Bear Island Scout, a Northern Keep, a Winterfell, a Skagos, and an Iron Gate. On the right-hand side, Old Gate, sorry.
Iron Gate.
That's Greyjoy. On the right, Joe has a Gates of the Moon, a Bowels of Castle Rock, the Shadows one, and 2 of the Lion Gates. Plus, it's got another card it's an alt art, and I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Yeah, we're not sure if it's Gold Mine, which it could be. He would have only got 4 gold set up with the red door.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, we might find out later what it is. And as I say, it is on to Joe's challenges. So Joe has played Penny from Shadowsare and triggering the Bowels to draw a card.
Doesn't seem like the best setup for him, because normally Lannister red door you get a few more cards and shadow. He's saving 3 gold, and I can't fathom what that would be for.
Maybe it's an ambush, or maybe he just had a really crap setup.
I think it might be that. I'm pretty sure he would have put a second card in shadows if he could.
So we can see that Joe did a power challenge, which Graeme defended. He does have the Winterfell out, so that of course boosts the strength of all of his characters. And Joe there just winning Don with the 3 gold that he had remaining. And we're on to the second plot. So apologies again for losing that first round and that first bit of setup. As I say, it's a pretty good game, so it's interesting.
So is this the top 16 or the win and in?
It's the win and in, so it's essentially top 32, but it was basically if you went 5-2, then the lower strength schedule players have to play the win and in. And as you can see here, we do have Graeme and Joe fighting for that spot in the top 16. So on to the second plots, and Graeme has played Barring the Gates into Joe's trade routes. It's interesting to play Barring the Gates here, considering Joe doesn't have any cards in shadows. But I guess considering he doesn't have any cards in shadows, it might be that he's thinking Joe's about to get ready to start doing stuff. And trade routes is quite a common second plot, I find, in shadows decks.
Yeah.
To get ready to put loads of cards in shadows, or to bulk up the cards in shadows they already have, and then start doing some horrible tricks with them. So it might be that Graeme was anticipating that and played it for that reason. But still, it's slightly odd that he's played it second plot with nothing in shadows. But, I'm sure he had a reason behind it.
Might have done it for gold as well.
Mm-hmm.
Winter plot.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Chris, for the street waffles. So, because Graeme played Winter Reserves as his first plot, he does get an extra gold this turn because he has played a winter plot.
You're basically a meme at this point.
Me?
Always eating sweets.
I like sweet things. I don't know why I like you. Never need the sour with the sweet. So, Graeme is first player, and just counting out his gold there, of which he has plenty. He did get to nail his Northern Keep to get an extra 2 gold. Actually no, it would be 1 gold, wouldn't it? Because there's a winter plot and a summer plot out.
Yeah, but he gets extra gold from Joe's Gates of the Moon. Right there, Rebecca. You finished eating your stroop waffle yet?
Not yet. You can talk while I'm eating. You have a mouth.
Got nothing to say until we see something happening. Cool. We have Alice Lane. Great. Great job. Interesting to know that Aya there, she's the Tricom. Because Scepter's out.
She's also immune to opponents' plots, right? Immune to opponents' plots? Yeah.
Yeah, so as it stands, she would be immune to the Valar Morghulis now, or First Snow that Joe may be running. So that's nice. The only thing is, playing against Lanni Red Door, Val, there's not really that many people to stealth.
True.
Normally getting an unopposed.
Ooh, this is good.
Malister. That is good actually, because that prevents Joe. Well, it disincentivises Joe to just putting cards in shadows.
Because I mean, Joe has a lot of gold here, so he could just like fill out his shadows area, ready for next turn. But now he does have to be aware that Jason Malister might be able to get rid of one of those, or could have if he hadn't just played a begging brother. On the plus side, Graeme does have Winterfell and a Winter Plot out, so if he really wanted to get that Malister trigger off, he could react after initiating the challenge of Malister to make sure that Joe can't use the begging brother, but he'll be able to use the reaction from Malister. Joe then marshalling with Cersei. It's Shadow Cersei, so when cards come out of the shadows, you have to discard a card at random, is that correct?
Yep.
So she can be annoying. Has she got a limit on her? She must do, because otherwise that'd be ridiculous. 3 times?
Yep.
Ew.
Yeah, but there's nothing preventing you from playing Clever Feint and then bringing her out again to trigger her another 3 times.
Even more ew.
So Joe got a card in shadows.
The thing is, Barring the Gates only works on characters, right?
It does, yeah. So that could be the attachment, underhanded method, which will trigger the Baal and will trigger Cersei.
Because even if you're not bringing characters into play, still getting those triggers is good. Drawing cards, discarding cards from your opponent's hand.
Seems a bit mean.
Yeah, he's got, what, 3 gold left? So he could still put another card into shadows if he wanted. Normally, like, the shadows attachments are quite cheap, right? So
Yeah, 0 cost. Underhanded method.
oh, he's using mystery card.
Is it gold mine? Is it gold mine? It seemed to be gold mine.
Okay.
That's good. I couldn't quite see the +1 gold modifier on it, but it seemed to be that, so, you know,
It's
whatever.
on there somewhere.
Whatever. So, Joe Harrison. People might have heard of Joe Harrison because he quite famously got smashed by me on the way to the UK Nationals final. No, that's not it. He made the finals at European Championship. That was it.
Oh, I was going to say, didn't I beat Joe Harrison in the, was it top 8 of Nationals or European Champs, like last year or something?
Last year.
Something like that.
Who knows?
I don't know. Either way, we both smashed him, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. The
Right.
guy that we smashed once.
Oh, yes.
In a non-weird way.
Alternatively, he was the losing finalist in the European Championships this year.
That sounds a lot cooler.
Otherwise known as Continentals, I think.
Oh, whatever bullshit name they gave it.
Yeah, the FFG's official OP one. But yeah, he lost to the Barrow Summer and he was playing the Greyjoy Reigns that everyone else played in that tournament. So yeah, you may have heard of Joe.
And you may have heard of Graeme Percifer
Yes.
as that guy that I got for a quid in Thrones War and made it all the way into the win and in, at least. Might go further, we never know, guys.
Exactly, yeah. This is a really good
Best buy.
performance from your £1 player.
Yeah.
Making it to the win and in.
Yeah.
So that is a very good performance from Graeme.
I was very impressed. Every time he came up to me and said he had another win, I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is amazing.
Are you lying to me, Graeme?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that to me.
How much have you drunk?
But yeah, he's doing really well. This was the first tournament I met Graeme, actually. And he's quite a funny guy.
He is.
He's alright, isn't he?
He is acceptable.
I liked Graeme.
Yeah.
I thought he was alright.
Yeah, the first time, I didn't actually meet him, but the first time I really properly talked to him was he sent me a picture of his face.
Excuse me?
For one of the playmats. For the international playmat.
Oh, wow. Right, okay.
And I was like, who's this random guy sending me pictures?
It's Graeme Percifer.
Yeah, Percy.
Percy?
Yeah, likes to be known as Percy.
Oh, right, yeah, Percy. That makes sense.
There you
Well, look. So he's doing a Malister.
Tried to.
Might have wanted to Winterfell that if you really wanted to Malister.
Yeah, I think a good shout there would have been to have Winterfelled it, as there is only one card in Shadows as well. And we don't know what that is at the moment. Cersei did have the attachment put on her, by the way. I don't know if you noticed. But it came out of Shadows and attached to her.
Fun.
Yay.
The Cersei is what, how many million strengths?
I don't know, because...
She is just +1. Because it's +1 for each card you have in Shadows.
Makes sense.
So she's only 6 strength. So she's not, you know, amazing.
But she's good enough.
She's alright. Intrigue. So does Joe protect his own hand?
I mean, it's an intrigue for 4.
Yeah, he has to kneel Cersei to defend it. Which I think Graeme would be happy with.
Yeah.
Because that means fewer challenges coming his way.
Oh, that's Stannis.
He hasn't used Skagoth yet. He could use Skagoth to get an extra character in hand. Bear one and Scout.
Yeah, because that works when it's come into play, right? Is it coming to play? Bear on his Scout?
Oh, I don't know actually. God knows if I ever read the card. That would be dangerous. In fact, now you say that, I suspect it's when you marshal.
Ooh.
Because that makes a lot of sense.
So we've had an intrigue go through unopposed, claiming a mirror, and then a power challenge here. So I don't think Graeme can win it, but he can at least defend. So he's using Winterfell to stop any reactions, defending just with the Bear Island Scout, and we've got the claim there from that. And the Bear Island Scout, just to confirm, is a martial trigger.
Fucking bullshit. I mean, yeah, how balanced and fair. Very good. Cool, Percy's on 5.
Yes.
Harry's son is on 2. So Joe seemed to be struggling from a slow start. Despite the trade route, but you know, the barring the gates from Percy seemed to have done the trick.
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably changed Joe's game plan for that round quite a bit. The trade routes is probably to put a few cards in Shadows.
Do you think?
Most likely to put Cersei in as well, and then get some of those Shadows reactions going with the bowels. But, you know, there's plenty more rounds to go, right?
Maybe, potentially.
Hint there
we seem to be going to round 3 now, with plenty of the video left to go.
Like I say, it's a good game. It's, yeah. Hard to tell who's going to win.
Oh, it looks like Percy's going to win. He's 5-2 up.
Yeah, let's go with that.
He's got a big board. So, knowing that Joe's probably playing first Snow and Valar Morghulis.
He goes to Heir for the Iron Throne. Into a second trade routes from Joe. So, Heir to the Iron Throne, nicely showing off the prior support there from Thrones War.
It is a nice looking card, actually.
Yes, a good job in sourcing those cards, Richard.
Yeah.
The artwork done, what's the guy's name, the artist? Attach. Yeah, so he did basically a large image, which was then, parts of it were taken to make different plots. So you had Heir to the Iron Throne, Prince That Was Promised, Do You Want to Die? No, not the Prince You Promised? No, that's not right. What was it?
March to the Wall.
Was it March to the Wall? Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
You're the word. Maybe I should big up the phone call.
Well, go on then.
Because
you were looking at your phone, so I was trying to talk while you were distracted.
Well, yeah.
Go for it, you do it.
Nah, it's alright.
It's March to the Wall, not Prince That Was Promised, sorry. And then the nice winners playmat and winning team playmat and stuff. So yeah, they're all very pretty.
Very good.
Nicely sourced.
Very blue though.
Do you not like the blue?
I do, but there's a lot of blue.
There is a lot of blue.
I like vibrant colours.
Didn't you ask for a scene in the moonlight?
Yeah.
So just a heads up, Heir to the Iron Throne was a Alysanne into Rob. On the right hand side, Joe in the plot phase has used his trade routes gold to bring sparrows out of shadows, which removes a power from Graeme and puts it onto a 7 card that Joe controls. In this case, he's putting it on the Begging Brother.
Well, yeah, it's going to slow Graeme down. In fact, Joe, despite seemingly have done bugger all, is only 3-4 down. So he's doing alright.
Yeah.
Keeping himself in the game.
Exactly.
Although he has, played both of his trade routes now. And, yeah, that doesn't seem great in the long term. Especially if your future plotter Valar first move. Although he does have a good economy base.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he's got good economy there on the back row. Trade routes, normally you play one early to sort of get the back row, the shadows area set up fully. And then later on, maybe like a plot or two later, you'd maybe play the second trade routes to start bringing that stuff
normally. You've been playing Shadows decks, haven't you? Yeah, you played Shadows decks, didn't you? When you're being all obnoxious and shit.
I'm just trying to give insight into the game, be a good commentator, don't get all smug on me. Sitting there nodding and winking like a little lech. Got a dupe on Rob there from Percy. But slowing down a little bit there on the rest of his marshalling. He does have quite a lot of gold. Seemingly only 2 options in hand though. Is that really only 2 cards? Oh no, he's got a few more.
And now he's finally got a reason to use Skagor.
Yeah. Yeah, although Skagos I think is quite nice if you lose the Ari dupe as well. Going for Bran. Oh. Yeah, I mean that seems good. You don't want to sort of splash out all your cards. He's got quite a wide board at the moment. So I imagine that's why he was reluctant to put any more characters down. Really, when you've got excess gold and you've already got a big character base, it's good to try and fill your back row back out a bit more. But it looks like he didn't have any economy in hand to put out.
Yeah, because one thing you don't expect from Lanni House with the Red Door Shadow is political disaster.
No. So it's nice to get a stable back row because you know there's going to be resets, and having that economy on the back will help you a lot later in the game. But it looks like he didn't have anything to put out there. He probably had more characters in hand that he didn't want to play out because, as we say, you don't want to splurge everything if there's going to be a reset.
This is why I like to have a balanced deck in terms of your composition of your cards. So instead of having a high ratio of characters you have to put onto the board and events, you can play more attachment, which just buffs the characters you have on the board without widening the board. You can play more locations, which you can put onto the backboard, or you can play shadows cards, which you can put into shadows and then just save them there until after the reset.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to really want to aggressively hit you with exposed duplicity when you've got 1 card in shadows.
That's no surprises, right?
Yeah, Percy played no surprises.
That's great.
Yeah, so did you see what he had in hand?
I think there was another Skagos.
Yeah, I think there was a Skagos, Bran and a Hobbit Ned.
Hobbit Ned?
Yeah, he looks like a little hobbit when that's just the art.
Is that the kill one? Is that the piece of shit one, really?
POS. Piece of shit Ned, yeah.
Why is it POS? What's that actually stand for?
That was the packet came out in.
Which was?
POS.
Yeah, but what's that stand for? It's not piece of shit, so what is it?
POS.
Oh, you're just not going to tell me now to wind me up, aren't you?
I just can't remember. Do I have to consult my memory?
Nah, it's alright, let you off. Military with Rob, Malister and Arya.
Pit of Snakes. Pit of Snakes Ned.
There you go.
Snaky boy.
No, you are not a snake.
I was a snake in this tournament.
Oh, Queen's Assassin. Who'd you go here? Baron and Scout? Bran?
Well, Joe can't play events anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't he have another Bran in hat? There might not have been another Bran.
Maybe he plays the summer, the
Time for Wolves.
Time for Wolves to go next summer.
That would make sense. So he's gone in for a heavy military challenge here.
Yeah.
I assume he wants to stand his board by getting rid of the Bear Island Scout or Scepter. Probably the Scout because he's more likely to run multiples.
He's okay. So basically, there's a way that Graeme can do this that would be a lot better. So what he should have done is initiate this challenge, knelt Winterfell, and then that way he'd be able to do the reaction from Malister. Right? He's got Winterplot out. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, bugger shit. Okay, never mind. I was just thinking he should have done Winterfell because then he stops the Begging Brother from triggering.
Well, no, I think he wanted to give the Begging Brother the opportunity to trigger. Because if he stops Jason Malister's trigger, then he doesn't stop Rob's trigger.
Yeah, no, I was... having a blonde moment where I thought he had a winter plot out, and if he'd done it all under a winter plot with Winterfell, then he could have stood his board and got the trigger off. But he doesn't, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to sit back and let Graeme do the hard work. He's annoying him, not me.
If Graeme watches this video, he's like, shut up, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Don't you know who I am?
Some regent you are.
I'm Percy.
Yeah.
And I got further than you.
I went 4-3. I nearly got there. I had a positive win record. I'll take that.
Yeah, but you're no £1 player. You're £0 player.
Whoa.
What?
He's triggering the Bear Island Scout.
Whoops.
I do think Joe actually said triggering the Scout, and Percy was like, oh yeah.
Tut, guys.
So we shouldn't have that card in hand.
I mean, it's a common mistake. Because we thought it earlier.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I've played Skagos and done that and drawn a card.
Oh. You're a cheater too.
Confessions of a White Walker.
I don't think that's going to catch on. So, we can turn our attention to other things at this time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like this rap you're going to do for us.
Why would you bring that up again? This is a serious game. This is a win and in. Percy and Joe are fighting for their lives, and I'm not rooting for Graeme for any particular reason apart from he's on Stark Honest.
Well deflected, babe.
Thanks.
So.
The military from Gunther, whatever his name is.
Yep.
Being defended by the Bear Island Scout. Triggering something to get a card from hand?
Triggering Gunther himself after you win the challenge. Your losing opponent loses a card from hand.
Oh, and that card that was taken was the Bear Island Scout, which we think was the one that was taken with the other Bear Island Scout.
And there's piece of shit Ned.
Oh dear. So has Graeme got any? He's got 2 cards in hand now, I think.
Yep, probably that
card
so
that
we thought was Bran and Skagos.
Yeah. So this is where you, sitting next to them, were like, hey, that guy should be in the dead pile, and told them to change it.
Oh yeah, sorry. What? No, not sorry.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing.
Oh yeah. So this is the point, obviously, where I just walked over and sat down, plunked myself next to him and decided that I would just actively judge this.
As you do. But you made sure it was in the right pile. We've seen in previous games that can be important. If you've got a Sansa on the board,
Sansa
can be the difference between Sansa having strength and Sansa having no strength. So
Excellent.
it is important, especially in Stark, I find, to make sure they go in the right pile.
Harry's son is winning.
He is. First time all game, I think, right?
Yep. He's going to do an Iron Bank.
Making a comeback.
On the Cersei. That's an interesting decision. You obviously want to get some more cards out of the shadows area.
I was no surprise it was played this turn, or was that last turn?
Oh yeah, it was this turn, wasn't it?
Was it this turn?
Yeah, it was.
So he's not allowed to do that, right? Was it definitely this turn? Let's consult our memory. So, after consulting our memory, aka watching back the video slightly, Joe has done this in the Dom phase, so it is not illegal. And it is fine. Yay!
Yay!
Joe didn't cheat. Yay! Happy?
Sure.
Cool. So, moving on. As we say, Joe is currently winning 6-5.
His board looks alright. But not amazing. I mean, I can see why now he Iron Banked the Cersei.
Think he might be doing a reset? He did just get rid of the dupe on the Rob. Which think it wouldn't be worth doing the reset just now.
I don't know. I mean, I would be thinking start run, return to the field. It's just a good time to play return to the fields. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Because Graeme has 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, I think so.
Joe has, I'm not sure how many Joe has, but he had a few.
Yeah. So I think here, if I was Graeme, I'd be thinking, oh, Joe might do a reset now because I just got rid of my dupe on Rob. But Joe might be trying to double bluff him. Oh, okay, it's interesting.
2 plots I didn't quite see.
So the long winter into March to the Wall. And Joe there choosing to go first.
Now, who do you march if you're Graeme?
So I imagine Joe was expecting return to the fields and played March to make that more difficult for Graeme. But Graeme just threw a bit of a curveball there with the long winter.
Yeah, that march kind of maybe hurt Joe if he can't defend the challenge. It could hurt his board.
Which makes sense for Joe to go first then to try and push through a few challenges on Graeme's side and get some of that board knocked out. Graeme here's obviously struggling to decide which card to march. He can't march Arya because she can't be affected by opponents' plots, right? So he can't choose her even if he wanted to. It's going for Mallister, which is an interesting choice. Seeing as Mallister is doing quite a bit of work, I think, in putting that pressure on Joe's shadows area.
Yeah, that's a hard choice. I don't think he has any green icons in hand, so you want to keep the scepter.
Yeah.
Because that also gives Arya the green icon. So his icons are still covered now by getting rid of Mallister, but it does make him weaker to the possible first snow that could come his way.
And also less protection against the shadows.
That said, I'm not sure Joe's going to be running first snow. He does seem to be running a few 3-cost chuds that he wants to keep on the board.
Yeah.
So he may be running VD.
I guess we'll find out at some point.
Maybe we will.
So, just worth noting that Graeme forgot to discard a power for the Long Winter.
Oh.
However, he does remember a little bit later on and does take it off. So he does remember, he's just slightly delayed in remembering. Joe did remember to take his off.
I'm thinking, when you're a £1 player, you can just say, oh, well, I'm a £1 player. You can't expect me to remember all this sort of thing. But if you're like Whammer and you missed that, you're like, you fucking cheater.
Did you cheat at all, honey?
Probably not. I am perfect in every way. I would never ever cheat in a video.
So, how many times are you allowed to intimidate someone, Richard, if you've got, like, you know, more than one intimidate character in the challenge?
So like I said, I'd never cheat in a video.
So Joe's marshalling there. He's got 4 cards and shadows, but no characters marshalled onto the board. Saving a couple of gold there, though.
Percy hasn't marshalled a character. He has played a Northern Armory.
Okay.
Which gives him double duty for at least one character. Joe's doing something. What's he doing?
Oh, I think he played a very large shadow.
Ah, okay, so you've got a reduction of 3 now. They trigger barrels to get the money back.
Yeah. Yeah, so reduction of 3, but don't you have to pay 2 to put it into shadows to begin with?
Yep.
So it's just like a 1-cost reducer, basically.
Well, you combine it with barrel. And it's like a King's Road that may be sometimes repeatable.
When is it repeatable?
I think the recurring condition is scheme plots.
Okay.
It doesn't really synergise that well. Guntor going in with the challenge.
Yeah, going for an
see
intrigue.
Percy's remembered the power.
Ah, yeah.
He got some old gates which he might wish to use one of before the round's out. Yeah,
I mean he's only got he's got a dead Bran and a Skagos dupe in hand that we know of. And has he marshalled the Northern Armory this turn? And an old gate. Yeah, so he must just have the Bran and the Skagos. So he's not too bothered about his hand at the moment, so better to wait until after the intrigue challenge if he does want to pop the gate.
Pop the gate. Listen to yourself. Pop the gate.
Am I being teased?
You're talking in terminology now. You're down the rabbit hole.
Hey, honey. Are we going to push Dom?
Push Dom? Push Dom?
Is that how they do it?
Look, we're not Warmer.
Oh, Robert Strong came out and killed the scepter.
Chop chop.
Evil man.
So Joe must be feeling good right about now.
So taking the lead back again. And Robert Strong is, well, not quite strong enough actually to push through the military on his own, because the Windfell boost does mean that Graeme could defend if he wanted.
Yeah.
But will he want to?
Do you just take the dupe off Arya?
Yeah, and then Skagosa.
Seems like a play, right? I guess you take the dupe off Arya. Then you can do a military with Rob. Then you Skagos Arya to stand Rob, and then you go in with both for power. You don't even need to do that to stand Rob, because you've got the Northern Armory if you want to use that.
Yeah, also true.
But either way, you want to win both your military and power challenges if you're Percy. And Joe, I don't think, has much of a defence for them. Unless he keeps...
Not now, not after he's out the begging boy. There's no power icon on the board that's standing. Graeme there deciding to defend that power challenge though with Rob.
Yep.
And getting renown.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, because otherwise Joe gets 2 power there for unopposed and claim. And that just makes the gap between the two a lot bigger. And as we've talked about, Graeme has ways of standing Rob. So Joe has done the intrigue, he's done the power, so he can still do the military of Robert if he wants to. Is he gonna?
I mean, the consequence of that is small.
I mean, I guess it forces...
He's going to lose
Percy
both challenges either way, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so the military goes through unopposed and taking the Arya dupe for claim.
Which was a Winterfell. That's like the perfect card you'd want as Arya duplicate. You know, a card of something you've already got in play and you don't need it.
So here, would it not be better for Percy to Skagos Arya first?
I don't think it matters as long as he wins both challenges.
Yeah, it is so.
But I mean...
But if he's... Because if he wants now to use Rob, he has to use the Northern Armoury.
Mm-hmm.
Stand Rob, I guess. Huh?
Then you're going to Skagger. Get them both stood. So now he can win Dom as well.
Okay. It does mean he's using up the Northern Armoury. Where he didn't need to, I think.
Yeah, so what he could have done, he could have Skagos Arya straight off the bat, done them both, and then done the 2 challenges.
Yeah.
Keeping the armoury.
I think that would have made more sense. I don't think he needed to use the armoury there. I guess the only difference it makes is he wins Dom, but he's got shitloads of gold anyway. Look, he'd have won Dom anyway.
Yeah, he did save a bit of gold.
Well, either way, he gets his challenges through, right? Oh, what's this?
The Regent Guard.
So if he'd done that with Arya, then you'd have lost it.
Yep.
Good thing he did it with Rob. So, military wasn't unopposed, but we do get the renown.
You're going to sack them both. Get 4 cards.
I forgot to pick up on it earlier, but when Percy did the power challenge was unopposed, but he only took 2 power, and it's a 2 claim plot, so he actually missed out on the unopposed, I believe.
Oh. There you go. Didn't Joe just point to the plot and Percy took another power?
I think that was for Dom, pointing to the gold.
Oh. Cool. Well then. So that 2 claim plot actually did a lot of work, because it did look like Joe had a pretty strong position at the beginning of the last round. Mm-hmm. And then it turned out he didn't.
It's quite a big swing, wasn't it?
It was a bit of a swing.
Because I think it was, it was 6-5 at the beginning of the round, before the plots were played. Going down to 5-4 because of the long winter. So Joe's gone down a power, and Graeme's gone up 5, which seems good.
Yeah, the renown on Rob helps there, but the 2 claim plot on the power challenge just did a lot of damage.
So it could have been a very important swing, but we've still got quite a bit of time left on the video, so we'll find out. Ooh.
Withering Cold and Valar Morghulis.
Okay. So that brings Graeme back down to 7 after Rob's dead, and we lose that renown.
Yeah, I can see why Joe felt like he needed to do that. But I think that might give Graeme the opportunity to go and win the game now.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Graeme's going to get a lot of gold from this. He's got a Northern Keep, he got the Northern Armoury, and he got 6 gold from the plot there. So he can end up with 9 gold, and he's just drawn 4 new cards from the old gates.
Yeah.
So he's going to have options, whereas Joe, he's going to have some gold, sure, but he's got 0 claim.
Yeah, he can't sort of bring Graeme's power level back down. He can only defend, I guess.
I don't know. It depends if Graeme won the reset. I do not recall. Does Graeme win the reset?
I mean, I could tell you, but I don't want to spoil the game.
Oh, okay. Not like we're playing with open deck listing.
No, this isn't the Worlds tournament. This is the...
Oh yeah, I didn't realise that.
This is UK Thrones War.
Oh right, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I do have Graeme's deck this because I was Stark Regent, but you know.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, look, it's my little Stark dude in the winning in.
My little Stark dude. Percy, you are a little Stark dude. Yes.
And a lovely one at that.
Sucker.
Oh, I like Percy.
What
He
about
was very chatty and
Joe
friendly.
there, my little Lanni dude?
He's not on either of our teams.
I didn't have a team.
Well, you were a Lone Ranger.
Because at this stage in the winning in, I have no team. I'm out. And I don't
Wasn't
think
the whole of the Martell team out?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We didn't have a team.
I think wasn't Martell the only team that didn't get anyone into the cup?
Probably. We were a busted flush. Whereas you're 7th at this point, I think.
But we
you
had
still have
6 people.
loads of people in the cut, yeah.
Yeah. 6 people for the winning in.
Means all your other,
we had one who had to drop.
All of your other players that didn't make the winning in must have performed quite badly.
Well, I didn't make the winning in. I was on 4-3.
That's what I mean. Performed badly.
I didn't perform badly. Got better than my average.
Got lucky. I mean, better than your average.
Sorry, how did you do?
Better than your average.
You didn't even do better than my average. You did like a third of your own average.
Yikes.
Aw. Joe's taken ages to marshal.
He's in a position here where Dick could decide the game. Make some bad choices here, he's definitely losing. A begging brother. Not the ideal, I don't think. I don't think he's even going to bestow it.
No?
No bestow. He's just got a begging brother for icon. That's bad news. That is bad news.
That doesn't look great.
He must have something in shadows with a military icon that he can bring out. But with 1 gold, I think that's unlikely. I think he's fucked.
Do you think he fucked it?
I don't think he's fucked it, but I think he is fucked. And I think that long winter fucked him. We've sworn a lot in this video. We should make these more family friendly and resolve to swear less.
Oh. Maybe we should have said at the beginning, this is not safe for family work or family.
This is not suitable for work. Not what?
What's the thing? Not safe for work.
Not suitable for work.
Oh.
NSFW.
Yeah, that's what I'm after, isn't it? Not safe for work.
Not safe for work. But then...
Not safe for work or family because they're swearing.
I was going to say, because there's children under 16, they don't work. We're not saying it's safe
Some
for
of them do. Like a paper round.
I mean...
Don't watch us on your paper
we're not
round,
talking
kids.
about
We swear too much.
We're not talking about the sweatshops that we see in the less developed countries. Where you got...
I thought you were saying the sweatshops that we see in Leicester.
Your mind is weird and you're derailing everything I'm trying to say every time.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, no, it really is.
You shouted so loud then, my hearing aid's gone funny.
Sorry, honey. I didn't shout that loudly. I can shout louder.
You're like, whoa.
Well, Froso on the bowels. But that's all of Joe's plans gone down the potty. And Big Fat Cat. With a dupe. Seems good. So we are Skagosing Arya. We're almost from 3. To go and grab another Arya. At least we hope you're on 3. Yep. And I'm assuming I'm going to be triggering that reaction. To put the dupe on her. And we also had that nested reaction from Kat, who reacted to a Stark character being sacrificed to give her a power.
Interesting. So we have Percy, who's knelt out most of his location base on his Withering Cold turn and his faction card. So he really wanted to take some of that tempo advantage this round.
Oh, but he's not doing any challenges.
Oh, first is not first player.
Oh, yeah. So power from the begging brother goes through unopposed, but no claim.
Yeah. You probably knew you were going to die.
Yeah, I mean, if he had a trick that he wanted to do with the Bowels gold, he can't do it now. The Graeme take an advantage here to kill off the begging brother, and that goes through unopposed. And I guess the best play here, although it's nice to get the power for Joe, he's got a comfortable enough lead that he can just take Dom instead.
Yeah, taking no chances with that Withering Cold, right? Is that a duplicate on Cat?
Yes. Yeah, so both characters have got a dupe now.
So Graeme ran Valar Morghulis. He still wouldn't want to play it.
No.
But it's nice to know that you have the duplicates in case.
Yeah. He is on his last copy of Arya though, so he can't Skagos her again to get another one.
You have to stand her somehow.
Yeah. Unless he's got an illegal deck. Could have another Northern Army in hand or something. So next plots, we've got Riddle into Wildfire. I'm guessing they were just running out of options here a little bit.
Double Wildfire.
Everyone dies! The boards are enormous. The Wildfire makes sense with Fat Cat.
It does.
And the Wildfire also allows Rob to trigger if he did have a Nelt board after the Withering Cold. In other situations, obviously not in this game.
Yeah, sometimes you play Air after Withering Cold to trigger Rob or Wyman.
Yeah.
You can play Return to the Field for the same reason. Or you can just, win without it.
So Joe there playing Varys' Riddle, so it's not going to do anything this this plot phase. Not really anything exciting to copy. And Joe going first. It gets a nice amount of gold.
So did you played against Lanni players, right? Did one of them give you an alt art Valar Morghulis?
Yeah. The Lannisters send their regards.
Yeah. What did you do with it?
Put it in the alt art folder. How come?
Because some people, when they were given it, went, and then changed it with the one that's in their plot deck. So the person who gave them the plot knew they were running Valar. Which is quite a clever little ploy.
No, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Those numpties.
I know, right?
That's quite funny.
That is quite funny.
That's a really good way to find out if someone's got Valar.
Here you go, have not Valar. Oh, that's nice. Let me just put it on my deck.
That's really cheeky. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume they didn't do it on purpose for that reason, but it's quite a nice little side effect.
I would love it if they did it for that reason. I'd love it. I'd respect them so much more. Oh, it's worth pointing out Joe Harrison is actually the Lanni regent.
Oh yeah, of course he was.
Yeah, because Martin Lewis quit as regent and Joe assumed the mantle. So he did well. He was, one of the better regents, making the winning in.
Thanks, honey. Not all the regents made the winning in, alright?
That is true. Oh wow, Wyman discarded.
Again? It's the second time he's had a Wyman taken for claim.
And now we're going to have no surprises.
Oh dear.
We've got an Eddard in hand.
Another one.
Eddard, Garroth, and a marriage pact.
That's where marriage pact really does a lot in this game. And you don't really want to put it on one of the Shadows characters, because if we get the character come back to hand or back into Shadows, you've got to sacrifice the character.
Yeah. Not the matchup that you want.
No. Ooh. We do it wrong way around, but yeah. So, defending the power challenge that came from Joe with Cat and then doing a power challenge himself with Winterfell Steward. And Joe concedes.
Joe's like, screw this, I ain't got time for this.
Yeah, I think it was the no surprises basically sealed the win.
Yeah.
It stopped Joe from doing any of his tricks that he'd been planning on doing. And he does then, you can see him showing what he was planning on doing there.
Yeah, so it wasn't even the no surprises or the bar in the gates or the Jason Mallister that I think had the most impact. Now, I'm sure it did slow Joe down, but I think it was the long winter that did all the damage.
Yeah, no, I'd have to agree. So, thanks everyone for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And we will be back with the top 16 game.
Yep. Goodbye.
Thanks everyone. Bye.